Architecture is definitely not a truthful profession. Even during ancient Greece, buildings and structures were used to manipulate the observer's perception of the building. From the Parthenon in Athens, Greece, all the way to the Meow Wolf exhibits in New Mexico, we're going to look at 3 historically disguised ways in which architecture lies right to our face. That, of course, is sarcasm, although it's still really cool to know how these optical illusions can completely change the look and feel of a building and the spaces that we occupy on a daily basis. Architects have always used techniques to create buildings that appear to defy gravity or even play with the viewer's perception. These techniques include optical illusions, forced perspectives, and other visual tricks that make a building appear like it is weightless or distorted in some way. These buildings don't only capture our attention, but they force us to reevaluate our assumptions of what is possible in the world of architecture. One of the earliest examples of architecture using an optical illusion to defy gravity is the Leaning Tower of Pisa in Italy. The tower was built in the 12th century and it leans at an angle of 3.99 degrees. The illusion is created by the tower's design, which features a lower section of masonry that's wider and heavier than the upper section. As a result, the tower appears to be leaning or falling to one side, even though it's structurally sound and has been standing for centuries. Architect Fernando Peixoto is an architect who uses very bold colors on the exterior facades of his buildings, most notably long stretches of black and white lines that turn at different angles, creating an illusion that the building has a lot of depth and twists and turns. Another example of an architect using optical illusions to create an unconventional building design is the cube houses in Rotterdam, Netherlands. Designed by architect Piet Bloem in the 1970s, the cube houses are a series of residential units that appear to be tilted at an angle. The illusion is created by the house's design, which features a cube-shaped structure that is tilted at a 45-degree angle on top of a hexagonal-shaped pillar. The result is a visually stunning building that challenges viewers' perceptions of space and architecture. Forced perspective is another technique that architects will use to make a building look like it's defying gravity, and it also plays with the viewer's perception. This technique involves manipulating the perception of depth and distance by altering the scale of objects in the foreground and the background. The Greeks were really well known for their use of optical illusions in their architecture. For example, the Parthenon, which is a temple we've all probably heard of, dedicated to the goddess Athena. It's located in Athens, Greece. It features a series of architectural tricks that give the illusion that the building is perfect. The columns of the Parthenon are slightly wider at the base than at the top. This creates the impression that they are taller than they actually are. In addition, the temple's floor and columns are slightly curved to create the illusion of straight lines when viewed from a distance. These optical illusions not only create a visually stunning building, but they also demonstrate the Greeks' mastery of mathematics and geometry, which were integral to their architectural design. The last visual trick that architects will typically use to trick a viewer is the use of lights, colors, and mirrors. The largest mirrored building in the world, according to the Guinness Book of World Records, is the Maria Concert Hall in Saudi Arabia. It reflects the surrounding environment, and the architects claim that the building is a medium that intertwines nature, culture, and humanity. It resembles a mirage in the desert, and it helps to create a visually seamless line between nature and the built environment using mirrors. Olafur Eliasson is a contemporary Danish-Icelandic artist and architect who is known for his use of light, color, and mirrors in his installations and buildings. In addition to installations, Eliasson also designed several buildings that incorporate similar visual tricks. For example, his Your Rainbow Panorama installation at the top of the Aarhus Art Museum in Denmark. It features a circular, glass-walled walkway that provides panoramic views of the city. The walkway is covered in a rainbow-colored filter that creates a surreal, dreamlike atmosphere for visitors as they move through the space. Although not necessarily an architectural building, there's something called Meow Wolf, which is an immersive arts and entertainment building based out of New Mexico. Meow Wolf is best known for its immersive and interactive experiences that blur the line between art, architecture, and technology. One of its most famous installations is the House of Eternal Return. It uses optical illusions to create a sense of wonder and disorientation. The Meow Wolf exhibit has become a cultural phenomenon and has inspired countless other artists and designers to push the boundaries of what is possible in the world of architecture and immersive experiences. Architects who use optical illusions, forced perspectives, and other visual tricks to create their buildings that play with the viewer's perception, they're really pushing the boundaries of what is possible in architecture. By using techniques such as forced perspective, optical illusions, and other visual tricks, these architects create visually stunning buildings that capture the imagination and leave a lasting impression on anyone who views them. As technology advances and new materials become available, we can expect to see even more creative and unconventional designs from architects who are unafraid to have some fun and push the limits of what is possible in architecture. If you liked the video, please like the video and subscribe down below if you want to see more content just like this. And over there are 2 videos that I think you'll really like. Right beside me is a list of patrons from Patreon. That's where you can support a channel like this. You get a lot of great architecture related benefits, and your name gets featured at the end of the videos like these amazing people right here. Regardless though, thank you for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video.